While we have had much milder temperatures around here these last few days, other parts of the country are dealing with triple digits. Today in Phoenix, got up to 107, 103 in Sioux Falls, and 102 in Houston. And it's even more difficult to deal with the heat, of course, for people who work outside. CBS 2's Michael George with more on a push for federal safety standards to protect those workers.
From construction crews to landscapers to mail carriers, many Americans have no choice but to work outside in the brutal heat.
It's been very difficult.
Brian Renfro, president of the National Association of Letter Carriers, says it's not just uncomfortable, it's dangerous.
The majority of our days are outdoors. We are also in our vehicles, many of which are not air conditioned. So, there's not really any protection.
There are currently no federal safety standards specifically protecting people working outside in extreme heat.
The ability for workers to take breaks, have access to climate-controlled areas, to hydrate.
OSHA, the Occupational Safety and Health Administration, is considering new federal heat safety standards, but any action on them is likely years away.
And not everyone is on board. The U.S. Chamber of Commerce wrote a letter to OSHA asking them to consider the impact new guidelines would have on businesses, writing, quote, "Our members have found, however, that it is extraordinarily difficult for them to determine when heat presents a hazard because each employee experiences heat differently." Without any mandated federal protection, some states, including California, Minnesota, and Washington, and some unions, are stepping in. Gary LaBarbera, president of the New York Building and Trades Council, represents more than 220,000 construction workers.
We ensure that our members are educated and made aware of the signs and symptoms of heat exhaustion and heat stroke. And we ensure that there's adequate water on the site.
And with climate change pushing temperatures higher, more employers may need to take action soon. Michael George, CBS News, New York.